Well, the phrase of the day is be ambitious, not thirsty. And in other words, be hungry, keep going, not that you're actually hungry, but move ahead all the time. That's one problem I guess a lot of people have. They get lethargic and they get complacent, and Rolling Stone gathers no moss, right? So it's one thing. Now, that's also to say words of wisdom with being married to an investment. With silver, eventually, it's going to do some type of hyperbolic curve in the future. It's throwing us all off exactly when it's going to happen, but things are looking a little bit more promising. But when silver takes off, it's going to take off like a freaking rocket, and you'd be damn lucky if you catch the exact top. But that don't mean you're not going to make money. So, and money is what you want. So, I'll tell you one thing. The government's having a lot of problems managing its money. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're putting it in a washing machine, then they're putting it in the dryer, and they're laundering it. I don't know what they're doing. Because, like recently, China stopped buying the bonds, right? But Belgium took up the slack. And I put this on a couple other videos, and I'm thinking, hey, they don't have the money to freaking buy all those bonds. So, somehow they were just a front man operation for the U.S. government and the Fed buying the bonds themselves and keeping up everything afloat and causing interest rates not to rise or discounts on the bonds. They had buyers. It was Belgium took up the slack. That's kind of like what's going on with, I don't know, it's money laundering, not really, but it's kind of a one way of thinking about it. They got another scam going on. So anyway, you always got to have funds because girls want to have fun. No, they want to have funds, man. That's what happens. You know what I mean? They want the money to spend. So that's why you need the funds, right? Anyway, over. So, and one thing I'm going to talk about, too, is what's going on with Vladimir Putin. And I'm showing a snowy motorcycle here. This could be in Moscow, for all I know. Now, Vladimir Putin's talking about, hey, we're having problems in the global economy because oil is going down. We are? How do you figure we're having problems in the global economy because oil is going down, Vlad? What the hell are you talking about? When the price of oil goes down, that means the trucking cost of all the goods is down, the cost of manufacturing is down, people have more money in their pocket because the price of fuel oil is down to heat their home, the price to make electricity is down, the price to drive around your car, drive to work is down. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I know one person's economy that's bad is when Vladimir Putin talks about it himself. Now, personally, I'd like to see the oil go up because that's killing my economy a little bit, too, in one area because I'm betting with old Vlad there, I'd like to see the oil go up because I know the price of oil going up is going to be the real harbinger to bring in gold, silver, also, and platinum and palladium. That's really how it happens, man. When the Middle East blows up, that's the problem. Now, what they're doing, I'm going to tell you this. They got a shrewd game. They're thinking the situation out. Now, this could have been Hillary Clinton way back in the day, but she decided to be an attorney, a lawyer, and a politician and a liar. She could have been a nice stand-up lady like sitting on this Harley and really thinking out the situation. But I'm going to tell you the thing is what's going on. Why they brought the oil prices down, it's very obvious. They're telling you Saudi did it. Well, you know who the Saudi is, right? Who's Saudi? Saudi's a proxy for the U.S. Who owns the whole deal over there, basically? It's the U.S. Who tells the Saudi family what to do? Pretty much the U.S. They're saying Saudi's at war with Putin. Well, you know what's going on with the deal here when they're bringing the oil prices down, which is also bringing the rest of the commodities down, gold, oil, silver, platinum, and palladium, all kind of moving down with oil prices. Well, it's because Russia now, their finance minister says they can't finance the new military budget that Putin signed off on. The other deal is the situation is that, as old girl here is like sitting on a bike here, but the situation is that with Syria and Iran, Assad, Putin is basically funding those two regimes. And the problem, helping them out militarily. And now they're not going to be able to do it because they can't even keep up their own military budget. See, what's going to happen here is the West is very shrewdly playing his game, and the Russian economy's not doing good. The Russian ruble's been going down. The Russian stock market's going down, and it looks like the Russian, the money they got coming in with $80 a barrel oil is really hurting them. So what's going to happen is they're going to have deficit spending. And if they have deficit spending while the markets are going down, a lot of people thinking the Russian markets might be a buy now. If you invest in the Russian markets right now, you might have your ass handed to you because they can really go into a free fall. It ain't the first time. It ain't the first time. So that's what's going on. That's what's really going on. That's really what's suppressing the price of metals, because when oil goes down, everything kind of goes down with the metals and the commodities. I'm just thinking it through. But it's not going to stay that way because, our people up there in the government, they really got their eyes on the road, man. They got their attention on the wheel and everything. I got to state, though, that they're probably not thinking everything through, because it seems even the smartest people seem to paint themselves in the corner. Now, Vladimir Putin, it seems to have painted himself in the corner too already, because he should have just said to hell with Crimea, and oil probably would have been way up, and he would have been making a lot more money for himself and his country. But he's got to play stupid games with playing czar. That's his problem, man. But I also state this, the markets right now, you're seeing the silver, platinum, palladium, whatever, rhodium going up. And the Dow, well, it went up a little bit today. It was down this morning. But the Dow is quite a bit off, and the S&P is quite a bit off from its highs. I think it's all just starting to roll over. There's some people telling you it's going to be double 5 years from now. That may be true. But in the interim, it may take a serious nosedive. I mean, it may be double. The Dow, the S&P, and everything might be double 5 years from now, but the price of metals might be 5 times. That's the other thing. So, I think we're on the verge of hyperinflation, because what's happening is all this pent-up dollars that are behind the scenes, it's sitting behind that dam, and it's going to start coming out. People are afraid to spend. Banks are afraid to spend. Companies are afraid to invest. And, but I'm going to tell you this. You as a person should not be worried about all this bull crap that's going on. You should just get right down to the nuts and bolts, like old girl here. She's out there working on her bike in her pink dress. She doesn't care. She's not worried about every little stupid thing that's going on. Just keep your eyes on what you got to do and hold on to your investment, because, I think some people think it's a lost cause, because there's been a lot of failed predictions. I know I made failed predictions on stuff. I thought the Middle East would have blown up by now, and we'd be seeing a lot higher oil prices and stuff, and along with silver and gold. But those basic tenets and principles are still in place. When there is a major conflict in the Middle East, if that ever happens, I think it's going to, because ISIS is not going away, man. It's never going away. And the other deal is, I got to also comment a little bit about this Ebola thing, because I don't want to put another separate video out on it. Ebola is another situation that it's going to affect the gas in your gas tank too, like old girls filling up the chopper here. What's going on is, I know some people are saying that it's all a fake, it's a hoax, it was all started with vaccines. I think it was started with vaccines, but that doesn't mean it's spread by vaccines. It's spread by contact, person to person. It's spread by countertops. It's spread even probably in the air. The problem is, once the genie's out of the bottle, it's maybe introduced via vaccines, but that doesn't mean it's all a hoax. But what I think is going to be coming up is you're going to have like elements like ISIS trying to bring Ebola in the country, spread it like in a busy subway in New York or something like that, so it spreads person to person really quickly. And we're probably going to go to war to take them out, because it's going to be a matter of survival. And when that happens, the gas in your motorcycle is going to go up a couple bucks, and your oil in your silver is going to go up a couple more than a few bucks. So that's really what the whole key to the whole situation is. It is the Middle East is the key to where you see the major spike in the metals. I just don't know when that's going to come about. It seems like it's going to keep coming about. It's like tensions are always there, and they seem to get close and they subside. Right now, again, they're trying to get Putin to, make it hard for him to back Iran and Syria, because financially now they're getting clobbered over there in Russia, and their markets might crash to like oblivion. Even though we might have a crash, their markets really might get crashed really worse. And it's going to be a global crash, and you know what that leads to? war. And what happens then? In uncertainty and in war, gold goes up, and you know what the most precious commodity is? It's kind of related to the stuff she's putting in the gas tank right here, oil. And when gold and oil go up, guess what else goes up? Silver. I don't know. It's been taking a long time, but it's going to happen. And you're going to be afraid to sell. Don't be married to one investment. That's what I ought to say. What might be the deal in the future, this damn bike might be like $1 gazillion right now when oil is way the hell up and everybody's thinking about, I don't want a classic bike or whatever the hell it is. This might be cheap. It might be a fraction of what it costs today. Maybe that'll be an investment too. I don't know. But you're going to have to keep your eye out. So anyway, that's the situation for today. And looks like Putin is going to have to back off helping Syria and Iran, and that's part of the plan why the oil prices are down. But, don't expect and don't wait for $15 silver, $12 silver and stuff. I mean, you're probably missing a boat. I don't know for guaranteed sure, but I don't know if we'll find out, we'll find out, because when it goes up, it's going to go up so fast, you're going to be like, oh, I should have bought it. Anyway, over now.